Hey guys, it's Taylor and I'm back. I'm back from a mission trip. School's over, life is good. Pretty much I'm going to talk about my mission trip because it just happened. That's been my whole week this week. Our theme was Do Something, and that is a song by Matthew West. It'll be linked down in the description below. If you can see that, that's what my mission trip shirt looks like. And then on the back of the shirt we have all the places we went, which I'll probably talk about soon. But our mission trip verse was, yes, be bold and strong, banish fear and doubt, for remember the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. And pretty much our whole entire theme for this mission trip was do something and being bold. And so that was our goal, and I kind of made that my personal goal as well, because the past two mission trips I really haven't connected with people from the places, just because of the fact that I'm really shy and I didn't go up to people and talk to them as much as I should have. Each day I had a blog post on my church blog about it, so I'll link that down below, so go read that to find out more details about each day. And then I also have my personal blog, theperksoftaylor.blogspot.com, and that's where today I did a summary of everything. So if you want to go read everything just really quickly, that's there, and also has pictures and stuff. So pretty much, we stayed at Germantown Baptist Church, and it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful church. It was so big, and it accompanied us so well, and we had so much space. It was so nice. We stayed in like the youth wing, which is ironic because our youth service is in the big sanctuary at our church. They had a whole separate room just for the youth, and that was crazy. We all fit in the youth sanctuary part, so that's where we stayed pretty much the entire time. It was amazing. Their church was beautiful. It was really great, and the people there were so nice to us, and they welcomed us, and it was fabulous. So the first day we went to the Union Mission, and it was a men's homeless shelter, and we had prepared to feed 400 people, and pretty much everything was going really smoothly. We were all outside and set up, ready to go. Well, then it started storming, and this past week it stormed every day pretty much, and it was a mess. We had everything. We were like an hour away from showtime, and we had to move every single piece of electronical equipment inside. And then I'm not in the choir, I'm not in the drama or the dance team. My goal, or my purpose, I guess, of the mission trip, I made that music video, and I also blogged every day. So that was kind of my thing. I wasn't the actual performer. But because of that, I helped dish out food at the Union Mission. So I didn't get to see the actual show, but I heard it was amazing. I did have the opportunity to go to the worship service, which was the morning of. Only a small group of us could actually go, and that was amazing. Those people, they have nothing. They're homeless. They don't have a bed or shower or anything, and yet they have the Holy Spirit working within them so much. It was probably the most inspirational thing I've ever seen, because those people, even though they had nothing, they had Jesus, and that was incredible. Afterwards we found out we made food for 400 people, and we ended up serving 475 people, and it was really cool because we pretty much like lived out a Bible story, you know, when he broke the bread and it fed all these thousands of people, even though we only had 2 loaves, and like, yeah, I thought it was really cool that we were able to feed all those people, and we didn't expect it. The second place we went was the Boys and Girls Club, and it was the Sycamore View branch in Memphis. And there's 9 Boys and Girls Clubs in Memphis. So what I was doing is, while we were eating lunch, I was passing out food and helping carrying the little kids' food to the tables, because there's a lot of different food and like cups and all that other stuff. So I helped carry food. Well, then as I was doing that, I was going to walk back, and my friend Allie had gone over. She's like, Taylor, this little boy wants to talk to you. I'm like, okay. So I went over, and he's like, you created that video? I'm like, yeah. They played my I made that music video. It's on my channel, in my church channel, Happy in Christ in St. Louis. And he's like, you created that video? I'm like, yeah, I did. And he's like, it was so cool, I loved it, it was awesome. And he just like totally thanked me for making this video. It made me feel really good, because he was the first little kid to come up to me and like thank me for it. And it was cool to see that he really loved it. And I was like, okay, what's your name, buddy? And I'm like, I'll try to see you later, because I was working at the Bible station, so we passed out Bibles. And I was like, okay. So then it was like the second rotation of Bibles, and I sat next to this kid, and he was like, can I write my name? I helped him write his name in his Bible, and I was like, let me look at your name tag. And so I looked, and it was the same boy who was like, I loved your video. So the whole time I helped flip through his Bible and get him into the verse and like figure out where he was. And I thought it was really cool because I really made a connection with him, and I really loved it, and he was such a sweet little kid, and I hope he has a great, I don't know, I hope he was inspired by us as much as I was inspired by him. The last place we served, it was split kind of. It was the Tennessee Baptist Children's Home and the Millington Boys Ranch. And pretty much, we left the church at 8 o'clock, I believe, 8:30, and we set up for the Baptist Children's Home for our concert. And then after the concert, I left with a group of guys and like 5 other girls to go to the Millington Boys Ranch. So I really wasn't at the Tennessee Baptist Children's Home for very long, but pretty much it's just a place for kids in crisis to come while their families sort out different issues. And I sat next to these 2 little boys, and they were the cutest little kids ever. They made me so happy, and I really, even though I didn't really get to meet a lot of people there, the place was phenomenal. The facilities were so great. I really loved it. Then we went to the boys' ranch, and all the boys were like cleaning stalls, picking up dead tree limbs, and going through and doing what those boys would do. And then I and the girls organized all the food, and they had to categorize it and mark when it would expire and everything. And then I got to organize all the clothes. So all the clothes that get donated were sitting in a pile, and I had to go through and hang them up by size and what kind of clothes they are. And so I pretty much cleaned that whole closet, and if you go on my blog, it has a picture. It doesn't really look that different, but it is, trust me, I know. So pretty much that boys' ranch is really cool. And then because half the kids are still at the Tennessee Baptist Children's Home, and there's like 30 of us at the boys' ranch, so the 30 of us ate with the 24 boys. At one point they play knockout, which is like a basketball game. I don't know how to explain it. And all the boys pretty much got involved, and it was really cool to see that even though we just came there, they could really connect with us, and they really got to know us through a simple thing like basketball. And then that night, when we returned to church, we did our God sighting night. And pretty much what you do is you stand up and you say your God sighting for that week. A God sighting is pretty much just where you see God at work. And the previous year it took us like 4 hours. It was very long. We sit there for 4 hours. It does not feel like 4 hours at all. But that's what we do. And so last night we started at 2 nights ago, we started at 6:45. We ended around 10:30. And hearing everybody's God sighting is truly just one big God sighting in itself. I can't even describe it. If you were there, it's so amazing. Mission trips are probably like my favorite thing of the summer, just because of the fact that you get away for a week and you truly get to know God way more than you would any other time in your life. And just carrying that flame, that energy of God with you. I really am trying to do that, because the previous years I'd go and then there's like a spiritual high, like wow, you're with God the whole time, there's nothing getting in your way. Well, then when you get home, life comes back. And this one pastor at the pastor, or like I guess the owner of the boys ranch, he talked to us and he was like, you guys are doing amazing things here in Memphis. He's like, but I don't want that to end here. He's like, I want you guys to go out and keep that fire, keep that passion that you brought to us, and bring that back to your town. And it's so true, because you go and you think mission work can only be somewhere not in your hometown, but really it can be anywhere. There's always going to be someone who doesn't know God, or if they do know God, they can always increase their faith. And I just love mission work, and I really think I want to do something in the future, like a career with mission work, because of the fact that the lives you change, you as like the youth group go to change people's lives, but in the end, the people there change your life more than you could ever know. So that's my mission trip story. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys too much. It truly changed my life. And I want to thank Christy and Troy and Julie and Angela and Jen for all putting that all together. You guys are amazing, amazing people. And to plan all of that, Christy started planning this like a year in advance. And she knew how many spoons we would need the entire trip, how many pounds of ground beef we would need, how many 6-foot sandwiches we would need. Yeah, 6-foot sandwiches. So we had a lot of planning. They did a phenomenal job, and they truly touched our lives through everything we've done. Until next time, I'm Taylor, and I'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye.